Greetings, my fellow YouTubians. I am Mr. Corsairus, and as you know, I'm a devoted follower of the Outer Gods. Now, why I'm making this video is a response to a fellow YouTubian called The Icker. His channel is called The Icker of the Left Hand Path, and one of his videos interested me quite a lot, and I'll explain why. If you just follow me over here. This is a diagram he created, and this is my version of it. It's a very crude drawing of it, but you'll get the idea. And he went on to explain the many levels of awakening and awareness of humanity. He went on to explain Christianity, Satanism, and at the very top you have the cult of Cthulhu, which he is the founding member of. And he went on that there are many different levels and blah blah blah. But at the very top, sorry, he called this pyramid model Octave 1. Now at the very top, that he said we are all trying to strive to are the gods or higher forces, but he didn't go into much detail. So I am here to carry on where he left off and explain the higher forces. So let's begin. We'll just take this down. I call this system Octave 2, or the ladder of the hierarchy of the Omniverse. Now we'll start from the bottom and work our way up. At the very bottom you have animals. Just above them you have the mortal races. Humanity is one of those mortal races. Above those you have vampires, immortals, shapeshifters and psychics. These are beings with just who have a gift or an ability which just puts them above mortal races. Above those beings you have the lesser spirits, ghosts of the dead or poltergeists, etc. Above those spirits you have fey kind, elemental spirits, animal and nature spirits. Now fey kind are more commonly known as elves, fairies, goblins, etc. Above those beings you have demigods, angels, demons and jinn, all very powerful and all very intelligent and wise. Above those beings you have the lesser gods. What are the lesser gods? Well, the lesser gods were known to us in our ancient history as the Olympians, the Anunnaki, the Egyptian gods, the Norse gods, and basically they are parasitic entities which feed off the psychic energy of the mortal races. Now how they get this energy is through worship and sacrifice. Now on up from them you have the great old ones, and an example of one of these great old ones is the great Cthulhu. And above those great beings you have the elder stroke outer gods, and an example of one of them would be Nyarlathotep. Above those great beings you have Yog Sothoth, and above it you have Azathoth, the dancing chaos, the center of the Omniverse. Now there you go. Now there is a relationship between three of these races: the elder outer gods, great old ones, and the lesser gods. Now if you are a student of the outer and elder gods, you will know there was a great war between the elder and outer gods and the great old ones. Why? Simple. The lesser gods. Millions of years ago, the elder outer gods created the great old ones, and for a while all was well, until the great old ones created the lesser gods. Now the elder gods were angered by this. They seen this as an affront to them, so they tried to destroy the lesser gods. the Great Old Ones protested and went to war with the Elder Outer Gods. This lasted many millennia, and after the conflict, the Elder and Outer Gods imprisoned the Great Old Ones. Now, the Lesser Gods, wanting to free their masters from their prisons, started using mortals and using their worship and the psychic energy they got from the worship, and they used that to try to free their masters from their slumber, their psychic prisons, which put them to sleep. So the Lesser Gods are gaining the strength to one day free their masters, the Great Old Ones. So that's a little history lesson there, and that's the ladder of the hierarchy of the Omniverse. There are many more entities, but there are just, it would take me too long. So that's just the basic, the very basic. Right, okay. So if you have any questions, please ask and I'll try to answer them. So may whatever God you pray to, may he, she or it keep you safe. Good tomorrow.